Gruesome artifacts from World War II have been found and will leave you extremely shocked. Today, you will learn about artifacts found around the world, and the last one on this list will be hard to believe. Are you curious? Join us, and let's go. Number 16. The Bronze Eagle of Uruguay. An impressive bronze statue, measuring almost 2 meters in height, has been rescued from the depths of the Rio de la Plata, near Montevideo. This monumental piece, which originally adorned the stern of the German warship Admiral Graf Spee, carries in its claws a swastika, a symbol of the Nazi regime. The fate of this eagle has become the subject of intense international debate and legal dispute. After years of legal battles, the Uruguayan government decided to transform this symbol of hate into a memorial for peace. The process of recovering the eagle involved a decade of meticulous underwater searches, resulting in one of the most significant recoveries of naval artifacts from World War II. The story behind this discovery dates back to December 1939, when Captain Hans Langsdorff ordered the sinking of the Graf Spee after the historic Battle of the River Plate. Number 15. Churchill's Secret Bunker. In 2016, archaeologists made a remarkable discovery underground in London, a secret bunker used by Winston Churchill during World War II. Located 100 feet below the city center, this complex of tunnels, known as the roundabouts, had remained untouched for more than 70 years. The site served as a backup command center during the most intense bombing raids of the Blitz. Researchers found original strategic maps still pinned to the walls, confidential documents preserved in drawers, and even empty bottles of whiskey, the British Prime Minister's favorite drink. The bunker had a full war room, sleeping quarters for the staff, a telephone exchange, and an advanced ventilation system for the time. Number 14. The Lost Auschwitz Files. In 1995, during renovation work at Auschwitz, workers discovered an extraordinary collection of documents hidden in the walls of the concentration camp. The papers, preserved in milk bottles and buried by Sonderkommando prisoners, contained detailed testimonies of the atrocities committed at the camp. Among the documents found were personal diaries, lists of names, smuggled photographs, and unsent letters. These records, known as the Auschwitz Scrolls, provided crucial evidence about the inner workings of the camp and the fate of thousands of victims. The documents also included detailed blueprints of the gas chambers and crematoria, secretly drawn by prisoners who risked their lives to document Nazi crimes. I have a question for you. First, I'd like to tell you that it's possible to keep up with the biggest curiosities of our world every day. But for that, you need to be subscribed to our channel. So, have you subscribed yet? If not, take the opportunity to subscribe now. Now that you've done that, let's go. Number 13. The Resistance Carrier Pigeon. In a chimney in southern England, an extraordinary discovery has linked the present to the most tense days of the war. The remains of a carrier pigeon, still carrying a red capsule with a coded message, were found during a home renovation. This winged messenger, part of a force of 250,000 pigeons used during the conflict, had completed its last mission, flying from Nazi-occupied territory. The message, written on thin paper and kept for 70 years, was sent to the renowned codebreakers at Bletchley Park. This historic site, famous for breaking the German Enigma code, attempted to decipher the last communication carried by this heroic bird. Number 12. Nazi Treasure in Argentina. Near Buenos Aires, an extraordinary discovery shook the archaeological world when Argentine authorities located the largest collection of German artifacts from World War II ever found in the country. In a hidden chamber, protected by false walls and secret mechanisms, 75 pieces of incalculable historical value were recovered. Among the objects, luxurious magnifying glasses decorated with swastikas, disturbing instruments for measuring skulls, and a detailed bust of the famous leader of the German Red Army stand out. The authenticity of the items was confirmed by experts, who identified unique features of German manufacture from the war period. Documents found alongside the collection suggest that these objects belonged to high-ranking Nazi officials who fled to South America after Germany's defeat. Number 11. The Enigma Machine. The discovery and preservation of the Enigma Machine represents one of the most fascinating chapters in the history of military intelligence. This German encryption device, capable of generating billions of unique configurations for coded messages, seemed to create an inviolable system of communication. However, the brilliant British mathematician Alan Turing and his team were able to identify crucial vulnerabilities in the system. Turing's development of the bomb machine revolutionized cryptanalysis and allowed the Allies to decode critical German messages throughout the conflict. This technological achievement was so significant that, in order to maintain secrecy, the Allies occasionally allowed certain attacks to occur even with advanced knowledge of them, thus preventing the Nazis from suspecting that their code had been broken. Number 10. USS Yorktown. Deep in the ocean, 3 miles below the surface, lies one of the most important American aircraft carriers of World War II, the USS Yorktown. Commissioned in 1937, this ship represented the pinnacle of American naval engineering, leading its own class of vessels. Its discovery in 1998 by renowned oceanographer Dr. Robert Ballard revealed a surprising sight. Even after 56 years on the seabed, the Yorktown's paint and equipment remained in a remarkable state of preservation. The ship, which sank on June 7, 1942, taking with it 141 officers and crew, remains an underwater memorial to the war. In September 2023, the research vessel EV Nautilus conducted a detailed exploration of the site, revealing new details about this naval relic. Number 9. German submarine U-576. In 2014, researchers from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, located the wreckage of the German submarine U-576 off the coast of North Carolina. The submarine rests just 800 feet, 240 meters, from the merchant ship SS Bluefields, which it torpedoed in July 1942. This unique discovery represents one of the few instances where a pair of World War II adversaries have been found at the same battle site. U-576 was remarkably well preserved, with its hull largely intact and its conning tower still standing. The discovery revealed crucial details about German submarine technology and tactics used in Operation Paukenschlag, the Nazi submarine campaign off the American coast. The submarine's 45 crew members who perished in the encounter are buried in their underwater war grave, protected by international law. Number 8. Operation Bernhard. Deep within the Sachsenhausen concentration camp, a secret Nazi operation was taking shape in 1942. Operation Bernhard, led by Friedrich Walter Bernhard Kruger, represented one of the most audacious attempts at economic sabotage in modern history. A group of approximately 140 prisoners, selected for their specific skills, were recruited for an extraordinary mission: to produce 400,000 counterfeit British banknotes every month. In exchange for less severe living conditions, including access to radios, newspapers, and warmer accommodation, these men worked tirelessly to create perfect replicas of English currency. The aim was twofold: to destabilize the British economy and to finance secret Nazi operations. Number 7. The treasure of the USS Indianapolis. In 2017, an extraordinary discovery deep beneath the ocean floor reignited worldwide interest in the naval history of World War II. The USS Indianapolis, one of the U.S. Navy's most legendary ships, was located at a staggering depth of 3.4 miles, setting a record as the deepest confirmed wreck in U.S. Navy history. The ship's remarkable state of preservation provided researchers with a unique opportunity to study it. Number 6. The Panther tank in the basement. An unusual incident shocked German authorities when they discovered a perfectly preserved World War II Panther tank in the basement of a house in Heikendorf. The owner, an 84-year-old man, not only kept the tank, but also kept an anti-aircraft gun and a torpedo in his illegal private collection. The operation to remove the tank involved 20 soldiers for 9 hours of intense work. The Panther, considered by historians to be one of the most efficient vehicles used by the Germans during the war, aroused international interest, including offers to buy it from American museums. This extraordinary discovery has sparked debates about the ownership of historical military artifacts and raised questions about the preservation of military heritage. Number 5. Jewish artifacts in Vilnius. A significant archaeological discovery in Vilnius, Lithuania, has brought to light sacred artifacts from the local Great Synagogue, a symbol of the rich Jewish life destroyed during the war. This monumental religious complex, built in the 17th century, included prayer halls, ritual baths, classrooms, and local council offices, serving a vibrant Jewish community that represented more than 25% of the city's population. The German occupation in 1941 drastically transformed this cultural landscape. With the establishment of ghettos and mass executions in the Panner Forest, approximately 40,000 Jews had been murdered by the end of that year. After Soviet liberation in 1944, the remaining structures of the synagogue were completely demolished between 1956 and 1957 and replaced by a school in an attempt to erase this important Jewish heritage from the urban landscape. Number 4. The Messerschmitt 262 jet fighter. In October 2014, An extraordinary discovery at the De Air Base Museum near Arnhem, the Netherlands, revealed the remains of one of the most advanced fighter aircraft of World War II. While cleaning up a bomb crater, museum staff found significant components of a Messerschmitt Me 262 Schwalbe, the world's first operational jet fighter. The wreckage recovered included the aircraft's nose with its gun ports still visible, the heavily armored windshield, and two 30mm Mk108 cannons. This discovery provides valuable insights into wartime aircraft technology and highlights the importance of archaeological preservation for future generations to understand the development of military aviation. Number 3. The Amber Room. One of the greatest cultural losses of World War II remains the mysterious Amber Room, an architectural treasure presented to Tsar Peter the Great in 1716. This masterpiece, built from tons of amber and decorated with precious jewels, disappeared during the Nazi invasion of the Soviet Union in 1941, when Hitler launched Operation Barbarossa. The amber panels, carefully packed in boxes by the Nazis, who considered the room a German creation, mysteriously disappeared in the final stages of the war. In 2003, a replica was completed, but the whereabouts of the original room, often called the eighth wonder of the world, remains one of the greatest mysteries of the war, symbolizing the incalculable cultural losses of the conflict. Number 2. The Jersey Underground Hospital. On the English Channel island of Jersey, a surprising discovery in 2013 revealed a vast underground hospital built by prisoners of war forced to work for the Nazis. The complex, carved into rock tunnels, stretched for more than half a mile and was designed to treat wounded German soldiers in the event of an Allied invasion. The hospital was never fully operational, but archaeologists have found period medical equipment, surgical instruments, and even original medicines still in their packaging. Inscriptions on the walls, written by the prisoners who built the complex, provide heartbreaking evidence of the inhumane conditions they endured. This discovery has shed new light on the Nazi system of forced labor and the occupation of the Channel Islands. Number 1. The Nazi Weather Station in the Arctic. In 2016, Russian researchers discovered an abandoned Nazi weather station on the Arctic island of Alexandra Land. Codenamed Treasure of the Earth, the base was established in 1943 to provide crucial weather forecasts to German submarines and ships operating in the Arctic Ocean. The station remained operational until July 1944, when its staff were evacuated after consuming undercooked polar bear meat. The site remained largely untouched for over 70 years due to the harsh climate. Researchers found over 500 artifacts, including documents, meteorological equipment, ammunition, and personal items of the crew. Of particular interest were the detailed weather records and transmission codes used to communicate with the German High Command. This discovery revealed a little-known facet of Arctic warfare and the importance of meteorology in military operations. Now I want to know from you 30, which of these artifacts found shocked you the most? Tell me below in the comments. Take advantage and click on this video that is now appearing on the screen, because I separated it especially for you. Well, that's it, and until next time, Curious One.